Boy, I tell you, my brother just decided to go live on random damn days of the week. It's kind of crazy, especially when you just decide to pop shot. Mhm. Especially when you decide to just pop shot. Mm. Well, we trying to get up in here. We trying to get the party started. Charlie, Kimberly. Oh, somebody's mama up in here, boy. I got somebody's mama in my chat. Y'all don't know about that woman, that person's mama. That 1976 date make you eligible. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. We just in here popping off. But we trying to see what the hell is really going on in this quarterback competition. Because seems like Shedeur Sanders is out there dropping dimes, is out there throwing heaters, and is out there doing the doggone thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what it seemed like to me. You know, seemed like Shedeur is out there just dropping buckets. And we come to visualize what's taking place today. I don't know about y'all, but I know about me. We come to see what's actually taking place. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like Shedeur is out there throwing heaters. You know, I just want to get y'all to understand, Shedeur is out there throwing heaters. You know, Shedeur to Dylan Sampson on the quick out. Can't find the overman. Hit him up under. You know, that's how we getting it popping today. That's what we doing. You know, we just out here stacking days. We out here stacking days. Oh, you gotta catch that. He gotta catch it, people. He gotta catch it. Come on. All we know is we going deep. You got to hold on to the ball, young man. Now I got a question for everybody in the chat, since everybody's gathering themselves, gathering here amongst today's activities. What's up with this narrative on Shedeur Sanders that they just can't seem to get rid of? That Shedeur is gonna be traded. You know, Shedeur can't play quarterback too. What's up with this? As you got to hold on to that, son. You got to hold on to that, young Denzel. Young Denzel. Denzel got to hold on to that ball. You know, when they're going deep like that, and the ball hits you right on time, hit you directly in the hands. You know what I'm saying, Denzel? We gonna need Denzel. Denzel's the big catch receiver. We need Denzel to hold on to the ball. You know, you can't catch them all. It's just like Pokemon. You ain't gonna catch them all. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. We got Deshaun stepping up, throwing heaters. We got Deshaun stepping up, throwing heaters. You know, we gonna show it all. We just ain't gonna play with them. We gonna put it out there for the people to see. Because we got a couple of things we got to go over. That's a pick-a-lee for Deshaun. Throwing heaters across the middle. Everything across the middle for Deshaun is a pick. I'm just saying, all Deshaun picks come across the middle. Now, when you're throwing outside the numbers, then you okay. But Deshaun, we don't want you to fail. But we don't, I'm just saying, Deshaun, you can't do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, people underestimate what Shedeur is. You know. And it's a lot of people in the NFL that knows Shedeur is a starting quarterback. There's a lot of people that can see that Shedeur has the moxie and the things of what you can be as a starting quarterback. But we just need him to put it together in his proper place. You know what I'm saying? I need him to put it together and get it right.
There's a lot of people out there that believe that starting Shedeur Sanders is the better call than starting Deshaun Watson. What they don't believe, though, is that Todd Monken is going to give it to a second-year pro. Like, clearly, that's what people like Zach that are there every day and people like myself that we've now been around Todd Monken and we've seen this. I think we're just starting to believe that Monken cares about whether or not a veteran gets the first crack at it, whether or not that veteran actually is the best option for this team. Now, someone like Coach Riz will go back on the idea of Deshaun Watson gives you the best chance to start in Jacksonville week 1. It doesn't mean he gives you the best chance to start in week 8 necessarily, but in week 1, because he's a veteran, he gives you the best chance. I just flatly disagree with that statement, though.
Yeah, I mean, and I think you commented on this as well, what transpired from like Wednesday of last week on, where it just felt like everybody wanted to fall back on their Deshaun takes of, oh, clearly it's been Deshaun this whole time. It's like, even Thursday when we were out here, Deshaun had a nice practice. Shedeur was still the better quarterback.
He was the better quarterback on Thursday. Yeah, and that's like, funny about that.
What happened here?
And that is the bigger part. And Boog summed it up eloquently that every time Shedeur starts cooking, every time it gets to be a little bit close in practice, here come that narrative. Here come that thing. But most people got to understand that Deshaun is a good quarterback. He just been away from the game for a couple of years. Deshaun ain't no slouch. He ain't complete trash. But Boog, I'm gonna let Boog cook.
Sometimes I sit back and I just wonder, why does the media be trying to kill Shedeur so bad? Why they go out their way to try to kill him so bad? And when he do well, they don't ever want to just give him his props flat out. There's always some undertone BS. Why they just can't give the young fella his props? And I be sitting back and I think. And again, these are my thoughts, not Shedeur thoughts. I haven't talked to him in some days. I'm letting him do his thing. I'm staying out the way. Clearly, I'm at my house. I'm in Florida. I'm not in Cleveland. So, yeah, I'm in Florida. So I've been wondering, like, why? And I had to think about it because you know why? Because last year when he took over, they like to try to hold that against him when they know it was a handicap match. They knew all his best targets was out. His top O lineman was out. You know what I'm saying? His running backs was out. All this, you know what I'm saying? They knew he was at a disadvantage. So now, and they thought that's who he, you know what I'm saying, what they was going to get from him. But this year when he came into camp, sharp, crisp, winning the competition off the rip, day after day after day after day after day, then it became like, oh, we can't give him credit. No. This boy really can play. He really can play. So you know what? Let's try to create these narratives and build these narratives around him that his people are to this, or his fan base is this, or he can't do this. Let's just keep building these narratives. That's why they speak on him every day, every single day, to try to spin that media wheel to create a narrative that ain't really what it is. And I'm a true believer that the people in the building know that. And they're doing their job to their best ability. They're making sure that the team is being prepared from all angles to do what they need to do to go be successful and win games. But the media is scared because now they see, oh, he got real weapons. He really could ball. Oh, that's why. Oh, no, let's wait till the pads come on. Those are just shorts and shells. Oh, the pads came on and he got better. Oh, no. Oh, wow. Oh, go. Uh-oh. This kid really can play. What are we going to say next? It all come down to that, man. At the end of the day, a lot of people that said a lot of bad things and they don't want to backtrack or they don't want to have to apologize for the things they said. So, yeah, they got to keep continuously going down this rabbit hole of excuses and nonsense of trying to create something that ain't really there. And then again, that's why I'm chilling. Like I tell y'all, LIPO, baby, let it play out.
Let it play out. That's what I keep saying. Just let it play out. Let it do what it's been doing. But people in the Cleveland media and around the Cleveland media simply won't let it play out. Just like these idiots.
Move on from Shedeur. You know what that tells me? That they're taking a quarterback next year no matter what.
Probably.
1,000% certainty you're taking a quarterback. You could win 11 games. You could win 12 games. They're going quarterback next year.
I think you can say the same thing about Dylan Gabriel. I think they find a partner, but I don't think it's crazy to think that one of those guys can get moved at all.
I think if you move on from Shedeur, you know what that tells me? That they're taking a quarterback next year no matter what.
Probably.
1,000%.
That's what I'm saying.
Certainty you're taking
People
a quarterback.
are
You could win
just stupid. Cleveland is so hungry for a quarterback. They don't understand what these practices are. They don't understand what these practices mean. In the meanwhile, Shedeur just out there cooking. Tell them, Jenkins, preseason is where everyone will see clearly who won the quarterback line. Yeah, I like Deshaun too. However, it is over. It is over. It is over. Because the young nephew is just out here cooking. He's just out here doing what he's been doing the whole time. Cooking. I don't understand it. Y'all don't want the man to cook or something? Y'all don't want him to be good? How come you can't have two good quarterbacks? See, because the old adage that John Madden said 30 years ago, if you got two quarterbacks, you got none. The skepticism behind Shedeur Sanders is that how come he ain't beat out Deshaun Watson if Deshaun Watson is washed? Who said Deshaun Watson was washed? Just because you see some interceptions, you see some drop passes, you see some things that don't add up. But if your head coach say, I got two starting quarterbacks, and all you hearing is the quarterbacks are bad from the people who ain't played football, who don't know football, who ain't laced them up, who ain't put no pads on, who ain't took no hits. How are you supposed to trust their opinion over your head coach's opinion? Over the guy that gets paid millions of dollars to make that decision? But the people in the media are constantly telling you neither one of these quarterbacks are any good. How come both of them can't be good? How come it just can't be easy to make that decision? Because we see the Shedeur out here cooking every day. But the perspective of the media, if you live and listen to the Cleveland media, that neither one of these quarterbacks are any good. Our quarterback is in 2027. Last year, his quarterback was in 2026. The year before that, your quarterback was in 2025. And it's going to be 2028, 29, 30. God damn, just shut up. There's so many different narratives about Shedeur Sanders in the media, not just the Cleveland media, to all the media. All media outlets have a different iteration of Shedeur Sanders, of who and what he is. I heard some from the Jets people, from Tiki or Rondé Barber, one of them, and he a Giants personnel, and he talking Jets football. Talking about Shedeur ain't good enough. He got a bad attitude. And I'm like, where y'all get all this from? Who y'all listening to? Who y'all talking to? It makes no sense to me that the guy that has had no problems off the field, no problem from anything. This is Ashley Bastock's view of that Denzel. Denzel, you got to catch this ball. No problem anywhere. But all of a sudden now he got a bad attitude. Where we get that from? Who y'all talking to? Who y'all listening to? Because the guy that we know, the guy that we see, we ain't seen no bad attitude. We ain't seen nothing but love, commitment, and joy from that guy. You know. Oh, I gotta tell these people, your boy done pushed the button. Your boy done pushed the button. He is live in this studio right now, so y'all might want to join on in. You know what I'm saying? And when y'all get in here, not y'all in the live, y'all already in here. Y'all too on this phone. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the hype button. I need them hype. I'm sending a message to Auntie Faye and KSAP. Just so y'all know, I be aggravating the hell out of them in our chat. But what I'm saying is, we get this same trope all the time as we see Shedeur out here cooking. You know what I'm saying? As you see Shedeur out here just dropping dimes. He dropping the dizzles. He dropped the dizzle to Denzel, but Denzel dropped the dizzle. You know what I'm saying? Then he dropped the dizzle. He drops the design to Brendan Bates. And he don't drop the dizzle. He don't drop the design. You know what I'm saying? You hit the tight end. But they saying he don't get rid of the ball fast enough. 1, 2, 3, drop. Throw that thing. Cross the middle. Well, his receiver don't get blown up. That's a sack. Throw that thing. How that man come free across the middle like that is what I'm saying. Look at it. He come. That's a linebacker. Linebacker can't come screaming in like that. See, that's the offensive line play. Look at this man. He just comes screaming. Hold on. Him, right there. Right there. He can't come screaming across the middle like, you gonna get your quarterback head took off. You can't do that. But you know, this is what practice is all about. This is what practice is all about. This is what practice is for. Oh my God. I got text messages coming in. But this is what practice is all about. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's for. For you to practice dropping the dizzles See there? This is just a wider view of him coming across. See that linebacker right there in the middle? He can't come across like that. Somebody missed the block. He cannot come through the middle of the play like that. Back that up. I need to get my telestrator out so I can do the doggone thing. See that line? See him coming? Right here. Right by this number 2 sign. That man with his shirt hanging halfway off. He coming. This man right here, this tight end, need to pick that up. But watch it. He can't come. He can't come through the hole like that. Now watch him shoot this gap. He can't shoot that gap because Shedeur right there. You on your back, son. Well, Shedeur got the agility to step up and move around that, but you don't need that type of pressure. That type of pressure just can't be in your face like that. The offensive line got to do better. He slid the protection over for the tight end to pick it up. You gotta pick that up. That can't be like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to do all the things. Selmo Fizzard. What up, brother? Tiki should know better. He played football. He ain't been right since they kicked him off that morning show for his shenanigans. I don't about to worry about Tiki Ball, dog. Phaedra is in the building. Tiki be on that hot ish. You know what I'm saying? But it's just been that type of day that it's been enough hatred in this quarterback competition. People need to stop hating in the quarterback competition. You know what I'm saying? They need to stop letting them just play. Let this thing play out. Because Shedeur is out there doing what he was doing all of last season. Look at that. Look at the mother wheels. He out there. I'm saying this has to get better. And you see the media arguing, trying to predict who gonna start which preseason game. We don't care. Because the man done already said both of them gonna start each preseason game. So we don't care who starts when. Because you already know if Deshaun starts in the first preseason game, Shedeur gonna play after Deshaun. If Shedeur starts the first preseason game, Deshaun's gonna play after the Shedeur in the same game, not the next game, the same game. Everybody gonna get some playtime. So why we even tripping? Why they even tripping? What is the big deal about who starts which preseason game? We already know. You know what I'm saying? We already know how this is going to go down. We already know Shedeur and Deshaun are both going to play in the preseason. We already know this. So what's the big problem? See, this that one that Denzel got to catch. Denzel, you got to catch the design, dog. We need Denzel to catch the design. The design is in your hands, Denzel. You got to catch that ball, man. But there will be drops. You know, there will be drops and things will happen. But we dropping dimes all day. This is 7-on-7. Look at that. Get that thing out of there. Hit him. This is what we doing. And people are complaining about something that they've never seen or never had. Everybody in Cleveland complaining about the quarterback play has never seen good quarterback play unless it was on another team. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in Cleveland, in the media, has never seen good quarterback play unless it was on another team. They have never seen good quarterback play in their own stadium. So they don't know what a good quarterback looks like. Hell, half the people who watch football don't know what a good quarterback looks like. Because once they put Joe Burrow on top of Lamar Jackson in that little thing that they dropped this week, let me know. None of y'all know what y'all talking about when it comes to football. Because there is no way on God's green earth that Lamar Jackson is not better than Joe Burrow. And how you get Joe Burrow ahead of Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow ain't finished the season in 3 years? Now, what we get that from? Where we do that at? How does that even happen? Joe Burrow had one good year. He made it to the Super Bowl. Lamar done won 2 MVPs, should have had 3 since Joe Burrow been playing football. So once again, I'm asking you, how do you get Joe Burrow ahead of Lamar? It's not freaking possible, people. It don't happen. That's why I keep telling y'all, these people don't know what they talking about. But they say they try their damnedest to tell you it has nothing to do with race. And we just gonna call a spade a spade. Bullshit. Bullshit. A man that hasn't been to the playoffs in 3 years, hasn't won anything in 3 freaking years, compared to a quarterback that has won 2 MVPs and has been to the playoffs every season since Joe Burrow ain't been. But Joe Burrow better than Lamar Jackson. Man, y'all shut the hell up talking to me. Just stop it. At that point, you just need to shut the hell up. Because I don't believe you. Shedeur is just out here dropping dimes. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all can't believe these people just make up their own shit. EPA, explain it. They can't. They don't know what it is. They just use random ass stats. I recall Shedeur Sanders beating Joe Burrow last year. But they ain't got nothing to say about that. They need to understand it's a new sheriff in town. And he goes by the name of Shedeur, Mr. 144 Pro Bowler Sanders. It's a new day in Cleveland. Miss Jenkins, you are correct. Hell, 2 beat Burrow too, yeah. It's called Unwhite, and I say so. It's called stupid shit in the NFL. And people think we just supposed to believe every damn thing they say. We not doing that. We not doing that. This is not happening. Shedeur is just out here dropping dime after dime after dime. You know what I'm saying? 2 just out here. We in pass today. So, you know, when the pass on, we drop dimes. And it ain't like y'all ain't seen this. Y'all done seen this. They mad about the wrist, but perfect timing. They want Watson to throw up his washcloth. Throw your washcloth up. Throw your foes up. Fold up. Fold up. We not mad at Deshaun Watson. We won't. Deshaun Watson is not a bad quarterback. Deshaun Watson is just a quarterback that has been hurt. They trying to blame the falls of the Cleveland Browns on Deshaun Watson. The Cleveland Browns wasn't shit before Deshaun Watson got here. They acting like it's Deshaun Watson fault that the Cleveland Browns are bad. No, you was bad. You went and got him because you was bad. It ain't his fault that he been injured his whole time he been here. That ain't on him. That's on his body. That's just bad timing. The opposite of Shedeur's perfect timing. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We just gonna call a spade a spade. The Cleveland media just been trying to throw all this bad football like it's Deshaun Watson's fault. It ain't his fault. It was bad before he got here. Why you think they gave him $230 million guaranteed? Why you think they traded 3 first round picks to get him here? Because you sucked before he got here. It ain't his fault when he got here. You were still bad. The team wasn't dynamic when Watson got here. And plus, your coach was horrible. That's the biggest problem. They act like Kevin Stefanski was the end-all, be-all. Kevin Stefanski was a bad coach. Kevin Stefanski was also a first-time head coach. This nuance that Deshaun is the reason that the Cleveland Browns were horrible. And no, that's not his fault. That's your fault. You was horrible when he got here. They ain't give him $230 million guaranteed for no reason. Deshaun was going to Atlanta. And they guaranteed all of that money so he couldn't go to Atlanta. Because you can't turn down $230 million guaranteed. Because nobody in the NFL has a fully, completely, absolutely locked guaranteed contract. Nobody. Even though Kirk Cousins been stealing money since he been in the NFL, he ain't got a fully guaranteed contract. He was one of the first to get most of his contract guaranteed. But completely, fully, absolutely, all of it goes to me? Oh, that's Deshaun Watson all day. Deshaun Watson is the reason Lamar Jackson had all that trouble trying to get his new contract done. Because Cleveland Browns then gave up $230 million guarantee. Lamar stepped up to the plate like, hey, excuse me, sir. Hello. I'm better than that guy. I got MVPs over here, sir. I'm going to need what he got. And see, they don't want to do that. That's when all that collusion and shit come in. See, boy, don't y'all get me started. The problem with all of this is knowledge over narrative. Most don't have the knowledge to understand what's happening. Now, that is true, David. Pro Bowler Shedeur Sanders just signed with Gucci. And their tennis shoes prime and legendary NFL can't control it. Shedeur got his own Nike shoe, bro. What you talking about? Shedeur got his own shoe with Nike. And the crazy thing is they don't even give Baker his props for at least leading them to a call away from a Super Bowl. No, they don't care nothing about Baker. Even though Baker was the best quarterback they done had since they've been here. Shout out to David Walker for becoming a member. Appreciate you, David. We working on this membership status too. We got some things that's popping off. So if y'all ain't no member, you might want to get in because it's finna get crazy over here. The football season coming up, the live streams gonna be popping off, and members gonna get some advantages. That's all I'm saying. Kevin is going loose with the Falcons. They got all the weapons on offense. They ain't got no quarterback. Tua might be able to play. You know. Oh. What, sir? The code for what? I know the code to the iPad. Give me the doggone iPad, boy. I don't know what y'all doing with these raggedy Apple products anyway.
Nobody can. How much? Can I have them? Can I have them? Why didn't you ever buy your own stuff?
All I know is I'm trying to unlock the iPad.
She changed the code from the old one.
Oh, she changed it.
Because she said she was going to get the new one today. That's all I'm asking.
Oh, she said she was gonna send it, but I'll tell her to send it now if she changed it. When she
told me the code from the old one, and then she said she was going to change
Uh-huh. Is it the money and promise owed, or is it the play? See, SB Sound Chronicles been listening. They know two is him. So let's not look like we blew our money on a bad investment. See, you've been listening, SOB. SOB be listening. It is the promise, and it's the money owed. They not just trying Deshaun out here for play. They spent $230 million on an asset. That's $47 million that's owed this year. Y'all think he just gonna sit on the bench? No. If they give me $2 million guaranteed, I'll play for him, and I can't even play. Hey, Glenn, listen here, Glenn. Listen, me and you both, all this gray hair be out there padded up. We getting, all I'm saying is I be out there ready to get down. And I heard Shedeur had some on his hand, a blister or something on his hand, on his throwing hand. And he don't care, because he out there throwing things like this all day. And Denzel just got to catch it. Denzel, we need you to catch it, Denzel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he want him to throw the washcloth up. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, Snacks? Family been a member of the barbershop. Now I'm hanging with all the true voices of two. You know, David Walker is now a member, and I appreciate you doing the doggone thing. Look here. Look who in the building, y'all. If y'all got them hypes, y'all better not Auntie Faye. I'm going to get one of Auntie Faye hypes. I'm gonna keep telling y'all. She say you can use 3 of them on her, but you better use 1 of them on me. Is all I'm saying. Auntie Faye can have all. She just trying to hog all the hypes. It's in their best interest as a team to sit his ass. He ain't made good on nothing. Listen, man. Deshaun gonna be Deshaun. Deshaun can't help the fact that he was hurt, and he trying to make his way back. But it's obvious that they trying to get him to where he can get himself back into the NFL. $240 million asset to only become the biggest liability. Damn shame. You know what I'm saying? Now, she want to share, Auntie Faye want to share the hype. You know what I'm saying? He is the biggest liability. Well, he ain't the biggest liability. Glenda said, "What's up, Auntie Faye? Auntie Faye breaks the heart." Oh, y'all don't need to hear my female voice. My bad. DW had a choice between the Panthers and the Browns. The Panthers wouldn't guarantee the last 2 years, and the Browns did. The Falcons wouldn't guarantee the last 2 years either. The Falcons had actually offered Deshaun Watson $300 million flat, but they wasn't gonna guarantee but $150 of that $300 million. And the Browns say, we're guaranteeing you these $230. Yeah, I'm going to Cleveland, ladies and gentlemen. Mama, pack it, mama, we moving. That's what I've been. Mama, we moving. No, you going too. I ain't moving to Cleveland. You going to Cleveland. Everybody going to Cleveland. Get you a big winner. We got you a Parker. You know, we got all the winter stuff from Germany. We going to Cleveland. Everybody. Mama, pack the shit. We going to Cleveland. Auntie Faye with the 200 jewels. And the 200 jewels. You know what I'm saying? The defense putting that pressure on Watson right now. Listen, man. I done told y'all, when Deshaun Watson is under pressure, Deshaun Watson will. Ain't no doubt what's going to happen. When Deshaun Watson is under pressure, Deshaun Watson will blow it all. He cannot operate in chaos. Shedeur knows how to operate in chaos. I don't even want the landing. If you getting $230 million, your ass moving to Cleveland. That's all I'm saying. The next 5 years of our lives will be spent in Cleveland. We will be entrenched in this community. We will buy a home in this community. Our children will go to school in this community. My mama will be in this community. Because these suckers is giving me $230 million. Guaranteed. Oh, we go. Who knows what Watson could have accomplished before the injuries and a better coach. That's the truth. That's the one thing that's missing. Nobody knows. Tyra said, hey, Auntie. Tell Money Man and Auntie Faye I'm coming. I've been a Panthers fan for 30 years. I'll be in Cleveland week 3. Talk to him, David. David said he'll be in Cleveland in week 3. Because they are playing the Panthers at home. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny. It's funny how things keep shifting one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? It's funny, Gabriel. It's funny how things keep shifting one way or the other when it comes to Shedeur and Deshaun. Things keep getting misconstrued and thrown around. You know what I'm saying? Things just it's just what we got. We got to see what we got new that's popped up. You know. We got a touchdown in the red zone. You know, it's just things that keep popping up different when it comes to this Shedeur and Deshaun coverage, that it baffles me in a way that it's hard to understand why everyone, and I do mean everyone, and I do mean a lot of people, how did that even pop up? Shedeur has been named the 4th string corner. Y'all need to stop. Why is all this old shit popping up on my timeline? I mean, I just got a bunch of old Shedeur Sanders shit that just popped up on my timeline. Why? Why? That's crazy. But I don't know why Denzel didn't catch that ball. Denzel.
Looks downfield. Brown chasing it.
They ain't had no problem last year when Shedeur was doing stuff like this. when Shedeur was doing stuff like this last year, they ain't had no problem. You know what I'm saying? When he was doing stuff like, excuse me, and he was doing stuff like this, he's like, oh, I gotta see him. Oh, I see you, big boy, gotta go. They ain't had no problem when Shedeur was doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? This is Rick.
Hey, Rick, this is Christian with the Airport Health Insurance. How you doing?
I don't know. I don't want to talk to you about no damn insurance. I thought that was some goofy calling me. But I'm saying they ain't had no problem when Shedeur was doing stuff like that last year in the preseason. You know what I'm saying? But now, it's a problem. But when he out here dropping dimes like this to Tylan Wallace and Denzel, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? The Panthers look at how Jimmy Horn is. Oh, Jimmy Horn is out there absolutely cooking. Jimmy Horn. Hey, Auntie Faye. Auntie Faye got the chat hype. That's what I'm talking about. He could throw 10 tutties and they would say, well, he didn't throw a spiral. They be mad about them spirals. Watson doesn't throw on Ward's side at all. Two will take that challenge with Boston 50-50. Yeah. But all I'm saying is, when you throwing the Denzel, you got to catch them right there. You know what I'm saying? All jokes aside, if Cleveland was smart, they could be first in the NFL history to have two black quarterbacks to win them a Super Bowl and become the first duo to win the MVP. What is you doing, boy? Where you get them shoes?
I bought 2 of them.
For how much? For both pairs? We're gonna have to have some conversation. Okay. You smooth though. You fly. You get it from your daddy. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
I need my haircut though. So I'm dead first Friday. My last year.
Lord, they go to school tomorrow. Is we happy America or what? Snacks, can you answer this? Why is it when the tracker for anybody but Shedeur is valid, but when it shows his work, they don't want to talk about it? Because it's simple. They hate greatness. And they don't want. You can just listen to Tony Gross's report after practice. You can tell how practice went if Tony Gross reports on Deshaun or if he doesn't report on Deshaun. Because if Shedeur is cooking, there will be a Deshaun report. If Deshaun is not cooking, they'll talk about everything else that happened in practice except for Shedeur cooking. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it's reported. Don't forget to like and hype the video. Tell them Auntie Faye they better take one of them Auntie Faye hypes and spin them over here before it become a problem. They just like their brothers down south. They not doing that in Ohio. Oh, they doing that in Ohio. They extra hate in Ohio. The haters are deep in Ohio. See, just like that ball right there, Taylor Wallace got to come to that ball. Watch Taylor Wallace stop. See, when the ball is coming, you can't stop. You got to drive toward the ball. See how he stopped, planted, waiting on the football. But if he takes one step toward the football, it's an easier catch. The DB don't get to put his arm right there to get a chance to break the ball up. The DB don't get a chance to tackle him as easy. But when you don't drive on the ball, you make the defender's job easier. See how he just stopped. He lifted his leg up and waited on the ball and the contact. You just can't stop. Stop. No, you see it coming, go get it. Go get it. You have to go get that thing, because if you don't go get it, a real DB will go get it and take it from you. Then we going the other way. Then what? Then what? You know what I'm saying? Then what we doing when you throw a pick?
That's what I want time. She do it, please do it. Do it. Do it, do it. Yeah.
Yeah, two throw the wrist up and them kids went bananas.
That's what I want time. She do it, please do it. Do it. Do it, do it.
Let's see. People don't understand the effect that Shedeur has on people, on kids in general. They absolutely love this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Competition that it's.
But everybody, including the regular media, is wondering what's taking so long. Why Shedeur is not the quarterback? Shedeur is the obvious choice to be the starting quarterback for this team. But Deshaun Watson got that $47 million that's coming this season. And it's a hindrance.
I've come to the part with this quarterback competition that it's Shedeur Sanders, it's Shedeur Sanders, it's Shedeur Sanders. I almost am like, the more I go through it, I almost go, why even waste your time with Deshaun Watson, really? I mean, do you think he's the future of your franchise? I doubt it. Come on. I doubt it. And, you know, it's just that the fans and everybody are just not going to accept Deshaun Watson being the starter. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if he goes out there in the preseason game, the first preseason, gets booed. And then when Shedeur gets in, everyone goes, I just think it's inevitable, any of this. I've come to the part with this quarterback competition
that's what's going to happen. Everybody going to boo the hell out of Deshaun. Tony Gross is a fake. Old Cleveland media is like Nokia, but independent media, the new Cleveland, is like the iPhone. Oh, wait a minute. See, the iPhone reference, we rocking Samsungs around here. You see this? You see, do they make iPhones like this where you can open them? Hold on. Do they make iPhones like this where you can open them up? You know, do they make iPhone where you can do the doggone thing? You know what I'm saying? Where you can do the, wait, see, you see it? You see it in the front? You see it? Hold on. You see it? You know what I'm saying? Do they make an iPhone that can do that? No. Money Man is in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, what up, man? We're going to have to put something together, you know. But all I'm saying, the iPhone reference, it kind of touched my heart. Kind of touched my soul. But I ain't no young man, you know. I use the real stuff. Tell the truth and shame the devil. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Auntie Faye crazy. She tell y'all in a minute, she just here for Shedeur. She don't care nothing about nothing else that go on in Cleveland. If Shedeur ain't playing, she ain't watching. You know what I'm saying? That come on with your little raggedy Apple product, boy. I don't even know why I allowed this stuff in my house. You know what I'm saying? See, this is the crap that I don't pay for. I did not buy this. I did not waste my money on this crap right here. This. No, I don't do that.
Do you know how to lace shoes?
What?
Do you know how to lace my shoes like how EJ's look?
No, I don't. Because I don't know how EJ's look. You know. David Walker say, I'm coming, Auntie Faye. Yeah, because David Walker just became a member over here. So that means he coming over there, Auntie Faye. You know what I'm saying? Samsung over. That's on my Samsung people. Stand up, because we the smart people. Auntie Faye using iPhones and stuff. She got a Mac. She got all the iPhone activity over there. But she's still my people. I just don't, we just ain't using that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? See, what I need y'all to see is understand that Denzel Shedeur got this thing on his finger. He got a blister on his finger, on his throwing hand. He can't even grip the ball properly. But he out there just throwing dimes like it's okay. Money man, check your email, dog. Jamel around the world say, I'm sending you some messages. I need you to know some things. So you need to check your email and see what the people got to say. You know what I'm saying? The people talking. Better be some, I'm sending you $5,000 in that email. But back to this stupidity that is the Shedeur Sanders catastrophe that the Cleveland media is just so emblazoned on making it become. It's absolutely ridiculous when you got a person that when they touch the field, this is what you get. You know what I'm saying? When Shedeur comes out to practice and the kids are lined up going for that man, so that little boy can't even believe Shedeur touched his hand. Deshaun Watson come out, they're gonna all walk away. But when you have this type of effect, when you can touch somebody like this, and you out here Tiki Barber talking about Shedeur is out here getting in trouble and he got a bad attitude and things of that nature, then I gotta question you. I gotta question who you listening to. I need to know what you talking about.
They're the Jets, and your quarterback room is not ideal as it is.
Nope.
Why would you bring in Shedeur Sanders if he has an attitude problem and his work ethic or whatever the heck this report says from Ricky Scoops? Why would you want that guy?
You believe in Frank Reich?
I do believe in Frank Reich. But I don't know if Shedeur Sanders or Deion Sanders believes in Frank Reich.
Okay.
Or trusts Frank Reich to make him into the quarterback that he's destined to become. He just needs the right opportunity. So I think that might be the issue with Shedeur Sanders, is that he wants to be the man without earning being the man. And because of where he was drafted, I don't care what mistakes teams made in not drafting Shedeur Sanders. You are a victim of where you were drafted. If you were drafted in the first round, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt. If you were drafted in the 4th round or 5th round or 6th round or 7th round, you are not. It's as simple as that. And he's not going anywhere else or even in Cleveland and getting the benefit of the doubt.
No.
He's got to earn it. And if your attitude is wrong, I want nothing to do with you, period.
By the way, I agree. I don't like bad attitude guys, but maybe leaving the Browns humbles him a little bit. Also, I'm not trading for him.
You think leaving the Browns is going to humble him? You think anything's going to humble him? I'm being honest. It's just an honest question. I don't know the answer.
If you had to make me guess, Shedeur Sanders fizzles out and he's going to play in the spring league in like 2 years, and that's probably because of his attitude. I agree with you. I'm just making the case that Shedeur Sanders is not going to go anywhere and be a starting quarterback right now. And if you're the New York Jets, why don't I at least let him sit with Frank and get in the room? And then if this season goes south,
there's someone to go to.
Dude, what if this is Brett Favre leaving the Falcons with his bad attitude? What if? What if? I don't think that's going to be the case. But if you're the Jets, are you really in a position or in the business right now of saying no to a failed quarterback elsewhere when you've left your room this barren?
I want to know where this bad attitude, who said it? I want to know why that humbling word keeps popping up. What's up with the humbling shit? Why we gotta be humble? Why we just can't be us? Why we gotta do it the way you want us to do it? That ain't how we operate. Why do people write bad articles and think it's okay? Because whoever said Shedeur had a bad attitude? Tiki Barber's a piece of shit, by the way. Just so y'all don't know. He think he one of them. He be on the other side. And we gonna leave him over there. You know what I'm saying? We see we got some haters and some trolls in the chat. Barber is a big hater. Oh, Barber is a hater. Snack Samsung all day, every day. That's what I'm talking about, man. We got to I don't know what's up with these people. Tiki need to go Tiki on somebody else. Yeah, Tiki wrong money, man. I don't know where Tiki got this information from. I don't know who he heard it from. But why y'all keep trying to make it seem like Shedeur a bad person when everything says other than he's a bad person? Man, speak like this on Shedeur for no reason. Peace sitting down. Auntie Faye say you a little biatch. He tried to pass. Yeah, he tried. High and tight. Man, look here. Android don't blow up in your pocket. My phone ain't never blew up, and I ain't never had nothing but an Android. So I don't know what you talking about. Exactly, Auntie. Google Pixel is in the house. She is in the Android family. You know what I'm saying? Sonny say that's insane, Auntie. Why does he need to be humble? That's my question. Why does he need to be humble? They want him to be humble because they need him to have a slave mentality. They're trying their best to break him. That's not going to ever happen. Why listen? Because when people report things, you have to say something or do something, or it becomes factual. People keep telling the same lie and nobody refutes it. Sooner or later, it becomes truth. Because everybody else saying this same thing. Ain't nobody else saying nothing to the contrary. So then you tend to believe what everybody is saying. So it has to be refuted. $40 million slave, better yet, 4.6 million. Ooh. Y'all better go watch Money Man. He be breaking down that money that Shedeur Sanders and be getting. I'm telling y'all. And then he be telling y'all in advance what Shedeur popping off. Man, to giving these clout chasers relevance and their job. His mama should be embarrassed. His daddy should put. Y'all need to stop. I told y'all that Tiki Boy ain't been right, and he started putting mayo on his sandwich. Not the sandwich. Shedeur Sanders was better than either barber coming out of college. Now Tiki got a gift to Uncle Tom's. Uncle Tom's it is. Say it again, boy. Oh, they don't know if they ain't watching. I tried to tell them, Money Man over there breaking it down. They ain't watching no, man. Y'all better go subscribe to Money Man and Auntie Faye. I'm saying, y'all get, that's what I'm saying. With this click, me, Money Man, Auntie Faye, light-skinned ass K-Sap on some different stuff right now. He's dropping Nolan Wells information. People been trying to get me to drop them Nolan Wells videos. I can't, man, because I be on here cussing and saying stuff because these boy, I ain't gonna even go there. But me, Money Man, Auntie Faye, G Bush, light-skinned ass K-Sap, babyface ass teens, you know what I'm saying, Mag Dog TV, all us, you gonna get a different perspective from everybody. same information, you will get it in a different way. Because everybody breaks down their information different. Some of us, sometimes we don't even be on the same topics. Because everybody else been breaking down practice and all. I ain't talked about practice highlights all last week. I've been doing other stuff. Others should do stuff because everybody else was focusing on practice. And you'd have even seen enough of them practice videos and stuff by the time you get to me. We going on to other things. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. Yeah, Duke the Scoop too. You know, my brother from another mother, my ATL homie. Google Pixel Pro XL is everything. Humble is crazy. There is no evidence. All his interviews are humble and beautiful, and these people are assholes. They are strictly booty meat chasers. You know what I'm saying? GP giving the Rams hell in their practice. Jerry need to pay. George Pickens be clowning, dog. They need to pay that man. They say he's being tested. You really want to test him? Make him the starter. They ain't testing him. Tell Money Man I'll be there to discuss that. Come someone talking about David Walker. Get on over there. Tyron, I'm just telling you the truth. Hoping Rams have an off year, turning that draft pick into a top 10. Them folks are dedicated to the lies despite the truth being on full display 24. Look, man. The evidence is right in everybody's face. Every day, there are different reports, different angles. Shedeur just out here cooking people up every day. And people are determined to satellize his name. People are determined to satellize the young brother's name. You know what I'm saying? They just out here tripping.
Shedeur, given the rumor mill that constantly goes around the Cleveland quarterback situation, if he doesn't win the job there, is he somebody that can be traded?
It would surprise me if they did that, but the fact that Dylan Gabriel, who was a third-round pick, 2 rounds higher than Shedeur Sanders in 2025, seems to be doing well enough to get extra reps, to get positive comments from head coach Todd Monken. Could they decide Deshaun Watson and Dylan Gabriel and move on from Shedeur just because maybe it would be a distraction? He'd want a fresh start. He wants to play. You have Deion Sanders, who's got the bully pulpit in Boulder, Colorado, who could chime in on the situation. I'd still be surprised if Shedeur doesn't win the job. I really would be. We saw enough from him last year to create the impression that he deserves a chance to see what his ceiling is. We kind of know what Deshaun Watson's ceiling is, and he's been fighting for 6 years to get back to that ceiling. And the problem is he hasn't played up to that level that we saw in 2020 when he played well enough that even after sitting out for a year, there were 4 different teams that were scrambling to try to trade for him with the Texans. So I don't know that they would move on from him. And then you'd have to find somebody who would want him. And it's not like he's going to walk in the door and be a starter. So you're going to be a backup somewhere. You may as well just be a backup with the team that you know, especially because Deshaun Watson's got an injury history. Whoever the number 2 quarterback is in Cleveland, if Watson's the starter, QB2 is probably going to play at some point this year.
The biggest problem is, why are we worried about Dylan Gabriel getting reps? Dylan Gabriel is supposed to get reps. The problem is, you got a better coach than what you had last year. The thing is that Kevin Stefanski didn't give Shedeur Sanders reps when he was the number 2 or the number 3. Todd Monken has to get each one of his players ready. Dylan Gabriel is getting a few reps. He ain't getting a lot, but he getting some. He ain't being left out like Shedeur was completely left out last season until it was actually time for him to play. Now, when it's time to play and you ain't been getting no reps, you don't know what's going on. But if Dylan Gabriel all of a sudden has to come in a game next season, if Shedeur hurts his finger or something, break a nail like they had to last season, and Dylan has to come in for a play or 3, You know what ain't gonna happen? The first string ain't never gonna be able to say we ain't never heard Dylan Gabriel's cadence until he got in the game today. We ain't never received passes from Dylan Gabriel until he got in the game today. That's called development. That's called coaching. That's called preparing your team. But since Dylan Gabriel is getting reps, all of a sudden he moving up to the 2 spot. No, he's supposed to get reps because he's part of the team. He's on the quarterback room. That's supposed to happen. Every quarterback is supposed to get reps. He don't get as many as everybody else, but he gets some. But soon as Dylan Gabriel get 3-4 extra reps, all of a sudden he the number 2. No, stupid. This is called coaching. This is called football. This is why people who don't know football shouldn't talk about football. Because all of these bullshit narratives, all this trading Shedeur, he can't be a backup quarterback. Then what the hell was he last season when he wasn't starting? While Dylan Gabriel was playing, while Joe Flacco was playing. What the hell was going on? What was he doing? He wasn't on the team? He wasn't a backup? Was he a distraction then? No. So what the hell are y'all talking about? Where does that narrative even come from? How can you even get there in your head when we done seen it play out already? It ain't his fault. He was the backup and all y'all wanted to do was talk to him and not run the Dylan Gabriel locker. That ain't on him. That's on you. He ain't the distraction. You create the distraction because you don't want to go talk to the starting quarterback. You want to run right past his locker and go to Shedeur's locker. But all of a sudden, he's the distraction. No, stupid, that's you. You create this problem. You institute all the bullshit that pops up on the airwaves. You institute everything that these people are talking about when it contains to Shedeur Sanders, and you act like he's the distraction. No, you're the distraction. Because you don't understand how a young man that's 24 years old can be so popular, can have so many fans, can have so many people supporting him, that how did he do it? His daddy was a star. So how did he do it? Because he's good at his freaking job. And for them, that's unbelievable. He is not supposed to be able to do things like that because he ain't done nothing yet. He ain't played in the NFL. He ain't won nothing. He ain't been a starter. He ain't proved himself. So what? Everybody ain't got to prove themselves for everybody else to like them. People don't like you, and you have proven yourself. Mary Kay been covering the Cleveland Browns for 30 years, and don't nobody like her ass. And she done proved herself. She in the Hall of Fame. But yet and still, she can't get one player to get a fucking interview. So you tell me, do you have to prove yourself for everybody to like you? No. Tony Grossi been covering the Cleveland Browns since they been back in business. But can you get an interview? No, because don't nobody like you. 92.3 The Fan. Can y'all get players in your studio? No, because don't nobody like y'all. G. Bush can get them. G. Bush got Prime. G. Bush got Bull. ESPN Cleveland even got Bull when Shedeur first got here. But he ain't been back. Bull's been back with Bush. Bush gonna get some players. But what y'all doing? As a sports conglomerate in Cleveland, you can't get nothing from the players that you cover because don't nobody like you. Because you do your job so horribly. so unprofessionally. You don't do nothing but keep up mess and try to change the narrative on how people play and complain about their money. That is the problem in Cleveland. It ain't the team. It's the media. The media in Cleveland is horrible. And they mad that a 24-year-old man who ain't played 10 snaps in the NFL, ain't been to the playoffs, ain't did nothing. But people care more about him and defend him because of the bull crap they write. That's why they want him gone. They can't take this heat. They can't take everybody piling up in their mentions, sliding in them DMs, calling them pieces of crap. They thought Johnny Manziel was it. They thought Baker Mayfield had a fan base until Shedeur Sanders showed up in Cleveland. And then they found out what the real meaning of the C-U-N-Ts mean, what the uncles mean. See, when you got 3 to 4 generations of people cheering for one person, one family, you ain't gonna be able to pull off the bull crap you pulling off. Because people that are a fan of Primes are a fan of his sons, and the younger generation that are a fan of Shedeur are now fans of Coach Prime. It all comes full circle. And when you talk about that family and you ain't right, you're gonna hear about it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the problem with the Cleveland media. Ain't nobody been firing back at their ass. Well, nobody firing back at them when Baker Mayfield was here. Well, nobody firing back at them when Johnny Manziel was here. But now people firing back at them, and they don't like it. Jason Lloyd hated it. Zach Jackson hated it. Anthony Lane, he don't care because he a big kid anyway.
Don't want to please.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? Look at the motherfucking wheels. Ooh. Shedeur out here running things. Snacks 5. You know, I get on my soapbox here now and then, and I have to preach. I am the son of a preacher, so you know, every now and then you hear me take that deep breath when it's time to go hard, because they do be pissing me off though, because of the bullshit that they be trying to spew and the narratives they be trying to write on Shedeur is absolutely horrible. You know, G. Bush gonna get some guys in his studio and he don't want no hard feelings. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Bush gonna have them in studio and they gonna be pissed. Selmo is in the dog pound and he's proud of it. But that is the biggest thing in Cleveland. That the Cleveland media, their coverage is so horrible that their own players won't even deal with them. They will answer enough questions to fulfill their requirements for their media and their team, and then they done. They done. You notice Shedeur done did an interview with Bernie Kosar. He done did an interview with the NFL Network, but ain't nobody in Cleveland got to sit down unless they are actually attached to the team. They ain't got no interview from no offensive lineman. They got Spencer Fano on the radio last week. They only got that because he a rookie. And he'll do some things like that. Because he don't know no better. They ain't hitting him off like that. But hey, you got the Denzel Ward. Huh? Hey, you got the Jared Verse interview. Have you gotten anybody? They ain't got no interview. They ain't got nothing. Since we've been covering this Cleveland stuff for 2 years, What has the Cleveland media done in the interview space with their own players? Nothing. Because don't nobody like them people. And don't nobody want to talk to them people. You know what I'm saying? Practice is over with. Practice is done. And this is Shedeur after practice with his receivers. Cooking. Getting ready for the day. You see him. Stephen Gordon. Stay on them, Big Snack. Don't let them off of them even a little bit. People want to set narratives, but somebody got to fight against the grip. Yeah. Appreciate the super chat, Steve. They is straight tripping, dog. They is straight tripping. Michael Jackson with the 440 jewels. We appreciate you there, my boy. Yeah, there. We ain't having that. No, we ain't tolerating the bull crap that they trying to spew, these narrative shifts, all this bull crap that they trying to portray Shedeur as. Shedeur is not him. Shedeur is out here dropping dimes. Shedeur is out here doing the doggone thing. Hold on, I think this from Daryl right now. That's from Jimmy and Watkins. But it's a shame that when you talk about your local media, or when you are in this space of being a professional player and nobody in your area that you cover wants to talk to you, what does that say about your media group? I coached in NFL Europe, and I see why Andrew Berry hasn't traded Shedeur Sanders yet, which is why he traded Pickett and Flacco to give Tua a shot. Give it time, the dirt will come. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Dave. People don't see it because they haven't played and they don't understand it. And like I've been telling people for a very long time, promises made and money owed. It's been a lot between the Cleveland Browns and Deshaun. They owed Deshaun a lot of money. They still owe Deshaun a lot of money. And G. Bush has broken this down in several different ways. How they've told Deshaun after his second Achilles injury, stay out of sight, out of mind. You know, even after the first one, just stay out the way and get busy, get yourself together, and when it comes back, we'll help you make a space for yourself in the NFL. Deshaun Watson told you himself when they asked him, hold on, see, oh my goodness, we got to go get it. We got to go get it.
Are there any doubts about if you would get another chance in Cleveland to be the starting quarterback?
No, and that's just from internal conversations.
See that smile on his face? Ashley Bastock asked him, was there ever any doubt that you would be a starter for the Cleveland Browns organization again? And watch that smile on his face.
Were there any doubts about if you would get another chance in Cleveland to be the starting quarterback?
No, and that's just from internal conversations.
Have you thought?
No. Never no doubt. The man has never had a doubt that he would be a quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Because of internal conversation, because they told him, keep your nose clean. Stay off the internet. Stay off them podcasts. Go hang out with your wife. Go do your rehab. Post your rehab stuff. Post all that stuff. Just need to be you rehabbing. None of that crazy internet stuff. You know, when you posting pictures, make sure it's with your wife. We got to fix your image. And we will, in turn, give you a chance to resume your career and make your NFL profile better than what it was. Remember when the Cleveland media interviewed Deshaun Watson and they asked how he would have a chance? Yeah, that's what I told you, David. Hold on, David.
Any doubts about if you would get another chance in Cleveland to be the starting quarterback?
No. And that's just from internal conversations.
Have you thought about what you want to do?
There's never been no doubt. The man was never doubting himself. He knew he was coming back. We get it, Snacks. We just got trust issues. People are always coming for two. We be like on our guard for the Bulls, young. I know. I'm with you. We putting them on Front Street every time. You're right. No interviews with players unless it's at the podium. If they do talk, it's probably going to be with G. Bush, and they going to be really pissed because it won't be with any affiliated network he works for. Exactly, Dawson. Exactly. It will be with G. Bush. Appreciate the 10 QLs. You know what I'm saying? When they get it, it's going to be with Bush. It ain't going to be with nobody else. It ain't going to be with no affiliate. Now, there's one exception. And she light-skinned. She cute. She sexy. It's Cameron Justice. And that's it. That is the only person that I expect would be able to get an outside interview. If it ain't Cameron, if it ain't Bush, nobody else is getting it. You know what I'm saying? She is the only other source that can get an interview. I understand the trauma that we have, but if Shedeur Sanders isn't tripping about what's going on, why are we? Just be patient. Let the cream rise to the top. You right, Cam, is cool. We gonna let the cream rise to the top, David. We understand that Shedeur ain't pissed. He pissed, but it ain't about what the media is saying. He used to all the hate from the media and all these other suckers. But people don't understand the shoes that Shedeur Sanders is in. You got to understand this track from Colorado to the NFL. People have taken it and made light of it. That if you truly break it down to the day before the draft, when all projections, even draft day, all projections was Cam going first or Shedeur. Which one of them two was going to be the first quarterback taken off the board? It wasn't no this one, that one. It wasn't but two. It wasn't but two in that draft class that was projected to be taken that high. Nobody else. I don't want to hear nothing about Tyler Show. I don't want to hear about that boy in New York. Jalen Miro. I don't want to hear about Jalen Miro. Jalen Miro was okay. Jalen Miro also was Super Bowl champion, might I add. But Jalen Miro wasn't nobody projected to go high in that draft but Shedeur and Cam. Draft day comes. Cam is drafted. Shedeur ain't drafted. Day 2, Shedeur ain't drafted. Day 3, Shedeur is finally drafted. And everybody's wondering what the hell. You get to Cleveland and your own head coach does not want you. The enemy is in your house because he drafted Dylan Gabriel. Andrew Berry drafted Shedeur. To be quite honest, I think Andrew Berry would have drafted Shedeur with that number 2 pick. But the NFL said, oh, hell no, we're not doing that. We need some humbling. We got to get some things together. That shit just ain't work out the way they planned it, you know. But that's another story. But when you get to Cleveland and the enemy is in your house, your head coach, the one that's supposed to lead you, guide you, help you acclimate to the NFL, give you all the do's and don'ts, the ins and outs, the what's, wins, the whys, help you grow as a player, is your enemy who don't want you there, who like this quarterback, so we ain't gonna help the other one. We gonna go practice, Shedeur, you go over there. You know what I'm saying? And you go through all the season. You know, you the backup quarterback. You still ain't getting no reps. They trade Joe Flacco. They move Dylan up to 2. Move Dylan up to 1. You move up to 2. And you still ain't participating in practice. You go over there. That's what I'm saying. Why y'all tripping because Dylan getting reps? That's why everybody tripping because Dylan getting reps. Because Shedeur ain't getting no reps last year at number 2. But people have to realize that we got a different coach. It's a different era. This coach like everybody. So he is doing his job the right way. But when you got drafted and you moved into your football home and the coach don't like you, all the players love you, the media really don't like you, because now your fans are busting them upside the head every time they say something stupid. The media is complaining about you, but you are the first story that they talk about, write about, dream about. You the first person first locker they come to after practice. They bypass the starting quarterback and go directly to your locker. The starting quarterback got 1 reporter standing in his locker. You got 20 and you ain't did nothing. But they say you the distraction. They say you the problem. They say you got an attitude. They say you don't know how to act in public. You got 2 speeding tickets. You need to be traded. But when you got to Cleveland, you've been giving and giving and giving. You went to the projects. You threw a party. You gave away cars. You go to high schools and elementary schools and give pizza parties and just show up and celebrate the kids. You go to colleges and practice with their teams and throw to their receivers. You go to high school and get practice on their fields and help out their kids and do all. But everybody in the media says that you a problem. You got attitude. You need to be humble. You need to learn how to act in this football setting. Meanwhile, we hired a new coach. You the only one showed up to meet the new coach. The other quarterback in Hawaii. The other quarterback in Italy. You the only one that showed up. You been here all off season. working, grinding, doing all the right things. Everybody else been just out meandering around doing life. You go see your father for 2 days. The other quarterback show up in town, and all of a sudden, oh, he in town working out. But you've been here the whole time. You go away for a couple of days to see your people, and the other quarterback come into town to work out, and all of a sudden, ain't nobody else showing up in town to work out. What the hell you mean? I've been here the whole time. See what I'm saying? This is what Shedeur has been dealing with since he has been in Cleveland. All of this. And you still, to this day, got people talking about they need to humble him. He needs to be humble. He needs to be himself. No, he just don't fit into your program. He just don't fit your narrative. And you don't know what to do with that. You don't know how to feel about that. You don't know what's right or what's wrong. And that is the biggest problem in Cleveland. The biggest problem in Cleveland Shedeur Sanders, 5th round pick, number 144. And he was better than every quarterback you had on your roster. Your other two quarterbacks that was picked ahead of him, that was picked to start ahead of him, played 10 games. 1, 2. Shedeur Sanders made to start later in the season with a worse offensive line, with a worse receiving core, with way worse playing conditions in harsher weather, outside, in the snow, in the cold, and still managed to get 3 out of the 7 games in the W column. But he a 5th round quarterback. But y'all keep saying we tripping. We going too far. We doing too much. But we won't let you get away with that bull crap. You know what I'm saying? We won't let you just slander him for no reason. We won't let you just throw random accusations at him without calling you to the carpet. We won't let you do all the things that you've done to every other quarterback that has been in this team without making you answer for it. Selmo Ford, appreciate you, bruh, for becoming a member. And that is the problem in Cleveland. That is the reason why they are calling for Shedeur to be traded. That is the reason they want Shedeur out of here, because they don't want them problems. They don't want the problems that we present. They don't want to have to deal with the things that we have to say. The YouTube videos, the TikTok videos, the answers on Twitter, the response on Twitter, the response on YouTube. They don't want that shit. Talk that ish, Stacks. And that's coming from London. I be watching you, my brother. What you talking in real talk. I appreciate you, Nikki. Appreciate you, my guy. We gonna keep pushing back. If we keep it up, wide receiver coming. That's all I'm saying. Exactly. When Flacco and Pickle could only muster up 2 games, and didn't Flacco know the playbook and still only managed to win 1 game, and the supercomputer, who turned out to be a typewriter, only won 1 game. Dylan Gabriel didn't win that game. Dylan Gabriel's W came against Miami. That was a running game. That wasn't a Dylan Gabriel game. That was a running backs game. That was a rookie running backs game. Dylan Gabriel didn't win that game. All I'm saying is the same things that they complain about for Shedeur, for a quarterback that didn't get the reps, didn't get the time, didn't get the lessons he should have gotten from his head coach. Everybody complaining about it. Quarterback tracker's out. Shedeur goes 17-25. Watson goes 20-29. All I'm saying is every day. We was in pass today. Every day, Shedeur shows up and shows out. You can't ask him to do much more. You know what I'm saying? You can't ask him to be more greater than what he is. Even though Deshaun Watson got more reps, Deshaun was with the 2s today, I believe, or was he with the 1s? You can't ask him to be much more better than what he is. He can be, he probably will be, and this is just practice, because we know when the preseason comes and the lights come on, you will get a different Shedeur. We all know how year 2 of every place he has been has turned out. So why would you expect anything different right this season? I don't. I expect nothing different this season. Year 2 in Jackson, show out year. Year 2, Colorado, show out year. Year 2, Cleveland. What you think gonna happen? How much different do you expect this to be? Lima, Cabot, Grossi, Goldhammer, and others are going to rue the day they talk bad about 2. They can't get in on the train now. It's too late. Oh, once it don't even matter, because at this point, G. Bush is gonna be that guy in Cleveland, and all the players are gonna be hanging over there with him. You know what I'm saying? The tracker is out. So y'all know y'all gonna get all the YouTube videos. You know, for those who missed it, who weren't here when Shedeur made them kids go crazy when he threw the wrist up. He threw the wrist up and the kids went bananas. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody else doing that. Ain't nobody in the NFL doing that. And you know who reposted it? The Cleveland Browns. That's all I'm saying. It's the Cleveland Browns video. You know what I'm saying? It's the Cleveland Browns. You know what I'm saying? It's them. The quarterback tracker is out. And just for a reminder, Coach Prime's birthday was the other day. And Chef called. If you watch Colorado videos, you
First of
know
all,
Chef
I
called
want
is.
you to understand, we didn't have to go out of town to understand how much you guys mean to us. But being where you at?
We appreciate you, Chef, because you do a heck of a job. All your entire staff back there, Chad, the smiles that you guys bring, and you guys are just fantastic people to be around. So we really appreciate you guys.
I'm just saying. If y'all didn't know, y'all miss Coach Prime and his grandbaby birthday. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all ain't missed the young reckless one birthday, but it was Coach Prime and the baby's birthday is on the same day. But anyway, practice is over with. The tracker is out. And once again, it is what we expected it to be. It's Shedeur doing the doggone thing. Jab, what up, Snacks? The tracker is starting to look a little suspect. Why is it that for the last couple of days, they seem to be missing around the same number of throws? I don't know. Getting kind of close, ain't it, Jab? The scorekeeper is going to have them begging for mercy. But I say we ain't none of them. Clyde, your birthday is August 17th. Hey, see that 6'9" in there, they don't know, Clyde. You can't be putting them in. They don't understand. Us old people. We just happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? We just in here. But yeah, the tracker is out. And it seems that Shedeur is just consistent as always. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing different. We just consistent. He just throwing dimes and dropping people off. He just doing what he's always done. And people act like it's kind of crazy that no, it's just what he been doing the whole time. You just gotta let him cook. Now, it ain't his fault that the coach from last year didn't let him cook, didn't want him to cook. You know what I'm saying? That ain't his fault that last year's coach didn't like him all that much. But this year he got a coach that wanted him, that tried to get him out of high school, that tried to get him in the NFL. So Todd, people keep saying we trading, and Todd Monken been chasing Shedeur his whole career. You think he want to get rid of him now? Is my point. What are we talking about? Are y'all crazy? We gonna trade Shedeur? No. He tried to recruit him to college. He tried to draft him in the pros. Now he finally coaching him. You think he want to trade him now? Are you stupid? What are we talking about? That's what I'm saying. People don't know what they talking about. We need to trade Shedeur. No, we don't. Are they going to trade Shedeur? No, they're not trading Shedeur. Stupid. Why would they trade Shedeur? And just like that, whole damn thing acts up. We had a power surge. My bad, y'all. I'm finna get out of here. We had a power surge. I gotta go check everything and make sure it's all right. I appreciate y'all for hanging out. I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta go make sure some of my other stuff is straight. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace out.